Hello. Welcome to my channel, Planner Sentiments. I'm Danielle, and today I'll be walking you through how to get started with a digital reading journal and Goodnotes. So we're talking about the tools that you use, how to import your digital reading journal into Goodnotes, and some basic Goodnotes tips to help you easily navigate your digital reading journal, fill out those templates, and get you started with your very first book review. So if you're curious and also interested in more digital journaling, planning, and book content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. It'll help me out a lot. So first, let's talk about what device that I'm personally using. I'm using the iPad Pro. The size is 12.9 inch. I'm also using my Apple Pencil. I do think that the best experience is on some type of tablet with the stylus, but you can do your digital reading journal on your computer, on your phone. The app that I'm using is Goodnotes. I'm using Goodnotes 6. I know that Goodnotes 5 is still available, but a lot of the same prompts and functions are going to act as the same, even if they are kind of in different locations. A digital reading journal can look different for everyone. Apps like Storygraph and Goodreads and even Notion can be a digital reading journal. If you are tracking your reading journal in a digital format, you can consider that your digital reading journal. But for this particular video, we're going to be talking about a PDF template that you can import into a note-taking app like Goodnotes. So first, I'm going to show you how to actually do that. I'm going to go to my Files app. I do recommend that when you purchase your digital reading journal or you create it in a different app, that you actually save it to your files first, because you can reuse it year after year. It's just easier to have it there as opposed to going to find the link over again to download it into Goodnotes. And if you're going to copy it from Goodnotes, you're going to go in and have to delete some options. So I just recommend having it in a safe space in your Files app so you can reuse as much as you like. You're going to go up here to this share button. You're going to click on that. You're going to go ahead and scroll down to where you see open in Goodnotes. You are going to click on that and then basically just follow the prompts from there. So you can import it as a current document if you already have one open, or if you're new to Goodnotes and you haven't set up anything, this is your first document, you can import it as a new document. I recommend always importing it as a new document so it just stands on its own. So you're going to go ahead and just, again, follow the prompts. If you've been using Goodnotes for a while, you might have folders, so maybe you want to save it into your planners or templates. Because I'm just going to be deleting it, I'm going to import just to documents. Now I was going to open up a new window if you've already had documents open with your new digital reading journal. After you import it into Goodnotes, I do recommend familiarizing yourself with your new journal. You can do that a couple of ways by simply just scrolling through the different templates. You can click your screen, the menu pops up, and just use this waffle tool to actually look at the different templates this way. But I'm going to show you how to actually use your hyperlinks, because that is going to be the best way to navigate. So when you're in Goodnotes, you'll see this pen tool. I'm using Goodnotes 6, so this pen tool, which is going to take you from read-only mode to edit mode and vice versa, is going to be at the center of the screen. If you're still using Goodnotes 5, it'll be up here in the top right-hand corner. It's highlighted and you can see your toolbar. That it means that you are in edit mode. So you're going to be able to write on your screens and things like that, but you will not be able to use the hyperlinks. So you can use your text boxes, but this is how you're going to start filling in your templates when you're in edit mode. You can have your lasso tool selected and then long hold the link until this option comes up where you can open the link and it'll take you there. But why do that when you can just make sure that you are in read-only mode by clicking that? So you see the pen is no longer highlighted and your toolbar is no longer showing. And then you can go ahead and click on anything that's hyperlinked in your journal. So in my digital reading journal, you have a quick navigating your reading journal spread that'll show you some of the different links and how to use it, so you can get an idea of what is going to be linked. So these are all the templates. You click on it, it'll take you to the corresponding template, and that is basically what a hyperlink is. There are links within your planner that correspond with certain templates in there. Click on a book bingo, it'll take you there. No matter where you are in this digital reading journal, when you click on this book here, it'll take you back to the home page. So that is how you're going to navigate your planner. And I just recommend playing around with it first so you know what's in there, what links work, where it takes you to, and things like that before you actually start the fun part of filling it in. We're going to work on just setting up the journal. You can just fill in your index page, so what your name, what your star reading means to you. If you want to color coordinate genres throughout your thing, you can do that here. And you just have spots for note sections, and I'm going to show you what my journal actually looks like that I'm currently using. See, I just added my name, and then I just use a couple of digital stickers to fill it in. And then instead of having a key for the genres, I wanted to have a goals portion, so I just covered up the genres, wrote in goals, I added in my star ratings. That's how I set up my index page. After you set up your index page, you can see if it's anything else that you want to fill out, and maybe you want to start filling out your subscriptions or upcoming releases. Anything that you want to do, you can set up now. But I'm going to take you to the fun portion and the most popular portion in my digital reading journal, what most of my videos are, and that is doing your first book review. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some examples in April. So my digital reading journal has a calendar, and the way that I like to use my calendar is just to use my highlighter to determine how long it took me to read a book, and then put in the title, and then also set up my TBR for the month, and then try to keep track of any books that I purchased. And I don't actually think I purchased the book in April, which is good, but also kind of crazy. If you click on this book here, it'll take you to this month's read, and this is where you can go in after you finish a book to put the book cover as well as your star rating, and then we can click on that and it'll take you to the actual book review there. For this video, I am not going to throw you in a deep end where we're completely changing the spread. So we're going to do something like this layout here, where it's a nice in between, and you'll get the basics down of how to use certain features in Goodnotes, so you can keep things as simple or creative as you like once you have a good foundation of how to use Goodnotes. Once you are comfortable, you can start getting just progressively more creative until you completely change out the spread. If that's what you want to do, that is completely up to you. You can do a nice hybrid, a nice mix. But again, for this video, we are going to keep it simple just so I can give you the basics. We're going to go to May. And for this review, we're going to be doing just for the cameras. I'm not going to butcher this author's name. This is the book that I just finished. I'm going to add it in my digital reading journal with you guys today. So we are still in read only mode. So you see I don't have a toolbar, so there's no way for me to edit this template at the moment. So we're just going to click anywhere on the screen until this bar comes up, and then we're going to click that pen tool again until the edit bar comes up. Now, if you want to go ahead and use your pen tool to write things in, you can do that, but my handwriting is horrible, so I'm not going to do that. If you're okay with your handwriting and you just actually like writing things in and seeing your handwriting, then by all means. But for me, I'm going to be using text box throughout this video. Now, the first thing I do is I make sure that my highlighted tool is selected. I click on it until this comes up, and I make sure that draw in straight line is toggled on. Now, the next thing is I like to match my highlighted tool to whatever the color of the book is. So I've already have it on red now, but to change the colors, going to see the circle that has the arrow on it. Click on that, and if you have any presets, if you've been already doing Goodnotes for a while, you can select one of those, or again, you can go to custom, and then you have history for any colors that you've been using already. But I'm just going to make sure the red is selected. I also like to make sure that the highlighter is on the largest setting, which is there right there. And now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to draw my highlighter tool, and you see how it automatically maps to a straight line. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my text box. Just put it anywhere in the screen. Now you can either write it out like this and it shows up in the text box there, or you can go ahead and click within the text box so your keyboard comes up and just type it out. So just a matter of preference, what you want to do there. And now I'm going to use my lasso tool because I do want to make this bigger. Now I like to zoom in, so just pinch your screen wider to zoom in on your screen just so I can see a closer look of how things are looking and what I'm working with. I'm going to use my lasso tool to circle the title that I did. I'm going to gently tap, and I'm going to hit resize because I do want to make it a little bit larger. So the little blue circle there is how you're going to make it larger, smaller. And then I'm going to just move it. So I love the lasso tool. It is my best friend, especially when it comes to moving things around. Now I'm just going to go ahead and zoom out. All I want to do on this page right here, I'm going to go back into read only mode. And you can't see my little book here, but if I click up there at my book here, and it shows this month's read. I'm going to go back to edit mode. Now I'm going to split my screen with Safari in order to get the book cover. So I'm just going to type in my book cover name. Once I have the book cover name typed in the search, I'm going to make sure that image is selected so I can get the covers of the book. I'm going to hold it down and just drag and drop, and I'm going to get out of Safari there. Now you can resize it like I showed you before with your lasso tool by just circling the cover and resizing it that way, and then just moving it to where you want to be. But I like to personally use the image tool. So you're going to click on that image tool there, click on the cover, and this way it gives me a more precise resize so I can determine how tall or wide the photo is, just so it can perfectly fit in wherever I want it to. Now you can use your highlighter tool or your pen tool to color in the star. So for this purpose, I'm going to use the highlighter tool. You can select any color. Maybe you want to do a corresponding color with your cover, or you can do a traditional yellow, and then you can just go ahead and fill it in. I don't care about coloring in the line because I'm going to use my eraser tool to clean this up. In order to make sure that I get a precise clean, I'm going to click on my eraser tool, and then I'm going to bring up the menu, and I'm going to make sure that the precision eraser is selected, and I'm going to make sure that my eraser is on the smallest size here, and then I'm just going to go in and clean that up. Now you can go ahead and color in all of the stars if you like, or you can just go ahead with that lasso tool again, circle the highlighter, gently tap, and you're going to hit copy. Then you're going to long hold and hit paste. And now I'm actually going to put it in the star again to make it a little bit darker. And then I'm going to use my lasso tool again to copy, long hold, and then paste it. You can continue to do that until you have your star rating there. Now this, if you're okay with always having your yellow star, you can actually add this to your element. I'm going to do 5 stars just so I can show you what I mean. So you're going to use your lasso tool again, select all of it, tap. You're going to use this arrow, and it's going to say add elements. You can do a new collection, add it to any collection if you want. I think I might have had a stars one or a bookish one. Bookish. So now it's in my elements. So now anytime that I want to do a star rating, I can click on my elements tool here, which is just this little oval with the star inside. I'm going to go to the one I just did, to bookish. So now my stars are right there. So I know you're probably thinking like, okay, it's great that I have the 5 stars in here, but every book I read is not going to be 5 stars. That's okay. Just go ahead, use your lasso tool, select whatever stars you want to get rid of, circle, and then go ahead and delete it. So now you have 3 stars, and you can continue to do that for your elements. Now that's all good, but I like to use a digital sticker. So every month I come out with a bookish digital sticker pack. So for each month that I come out with, I like to use all of the stickers from that month. So I'm going to go and pull up my stickers, and I'm going to pull up my May digital sticker pack, and then I'm just going to choose the sticker that I want to use. I want to use 4 stars, and there's 3 different options. I'm just going to go ahead with the orange, and you can double tap on it, hit copy, go back to your reading journal. That's not my reading journal. Let me close that. Then long hold, hit paste, and then you're just going to resize it. Because it's an image, you can again click on your image tool and resize it the perfect way in there. And that's what I'm going to do with that. So I hope you guys are following along. If you need clarification on anything that I'm going through, just go ahead and comment down below, and I'll be happy to get back to you. Now that we have this already in our journal, I'm going to use my lasso tool, circle both of these, and I'm just going to copy. Now I'm going to go back to read only mode. I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to click on that, and it'll take me to the review page. I'm going to go ahead, go back in edit mode, make sure that my lasso tool selected. I'm going to long hold and paste, and now I'm going to add it in here. Again, I like to zoom in just so I can see what I'm doing and just resize it. Now from here, you can literally just fill in the prompts of the book. So again, you can use your pen tool if you just want to go in and write everything out. So So just for the cameras, you can go ahead and change your color if that's what you like to do, but we ain't doing that. So I'm going to use my text box, and then I'm just going to put my text box wherever I need to, and I'm just going to type out the title. Now you can use one text box if you like. So I'm just going to hit return, and then I'm going to put in the author's name. Now I know you're like, okay, but that doesn't align to where it needs to be. So you're going to tap that and you're going to click on the little paragraph option here. And then you're going to go to line spacing, and you are going to just adjust it as needed. You can align it to where you want to. I personally prefer to only use one text box for each line, just in case I want to move anything around, resize it in a particular way, I can do so. So I just cut that and I'm going to paste it within here. And then again, you're just going to use that lasso tool. It's going to be your best friend when you're completing your planner spreads and your journal spreads. You can go in and fill everything out with your text boxes if that's what you like. But because I want to add some decor to it, I'm going to do some stickers. I'm using my May digital sticker pack. I will have everything that I use linked below. I'm going to do romance, and I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to paste. And then just resize it. I like to work on a full screen when I'm doing my journal spread, but you can split the screen with your stickers if that's easier for you. So you're going to go to the sticker tab, click this little window up there, just hit open in new window. And now you see it splits the screen. Highlight it, then hold it and just quickly swipe it over and copy it over there. So you can do it that way, but I personally, like I said, I like working on a larger screen and I don't mind having to go between tabs, but that is an option for you. I'm going to go to a format sticker, did ebook. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to zoom in again, long hold and paste. Now I like to just keep track whether I purchased it, gifted, or borrowed it. So this was from Kindle Unlimited, and I just use my highlighted and I'm going to match it to the cover. And then I can go in and clean it up the same way that I did the stars. Or you can go ahead and you can use your shapes tool. Just make it whatever color you like. And then you are going to kind of make the shape of the box, hold it down, and then adjust it as needed. I'm going to adjust this a little bit more so it's perfectly in there. And then I'm going to use my lasso tool, and I'm just going to take the middle portion out. I'm going to delete that actual box. I'm going to move this back in the square. I'm going to resize it a little bit. And then I'm going to copy it because I do want it a little bit darker. Paste. So it shows up that way. So that's another way you can go ahead and fill this out. Now you're just going to fill out the summary, so whatever the synopsis of the book was. And then this portion is where you're going to get your reviews. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that because it's really just either you writing it in with your pencil or you're using your text tool to kind of type everything out. I like to do for the synopsis, and I don't know if this is kind of cheating or whatever, but I like to go to wherever platform the book is on, pull from their description. So I just highlight. This is going to be a long one, so I'm probably going to delete some, but I just copy long codes and then I'm going to paste, and it'll paste what I copied from my phone. Great thing of being a part of the whole Apple universe. I highlight everything, and then I'm going to go to my text box and I'm just going to change the font. So I am currently using A Little Sunshine. I'm going to change the color because it changes to white. I'm going to change it to black, and then I'm actually going to stretch it out. I'm going to change the font. To go ahead and fill out my review. So I'm not going to go in complete depth in the video just for the sake of time, but so I'm actually going to go ahead and pull up the Kindle app. I don't think I did my own annotations in this book, so I'm actually going to go ahead and click those three dots, and I'm going to go to popular highlights. And then I'm going to see if I scroll and see anything that I like. These popular highlights are awfully spicy. Anyway, so pick a popular highlight. I'm going to click that three buttons there, and I'm just going to hit copy, and then I'm going to go back to my reading journal, long holds, hit paste. You can make this bigger, put as many quotes as you like, and that's pretty much you doing the basics and filling it out. Just going to go ahead and spruce it up. So I'm going to split the screen with Safari, and this is where I just search up images that reminds me of the book. This book was very spicy, so I'm going to try to keep it PG. Ooh, this is a nice cover. I like also if there are alternative covers that I see, I like to bring that in as well. Bring that down here. Other thing is, instead of just filling out the quote section here, I'm going to go to my May stickers and I'm going to get like one of those quote bubbles. I think I'm going to do this one. Copy. I want to move that out the way, and I'm going to long hold and paste. And I'm going to bring this back in, and you can see it needs to be a little bit bigger. And I want to get to the text, but you see the image is blocking. So I'm going to go to my lasso tool, and I'm going to just deselect images. So that way, when I'm using my lasso tool and I go to move the text, the image won't move because I only want to work with the text right now. When I want to go back, I'm going to add the images in because now I want to move both of them. Now I actually want to find like a camera. So we're going to do that. Now, I only want the camera image, so you can go ahead and you can tap on it until the menu comes up, hit crop. You can do the rectangle, which is going to allow you to get as close as possible, or you can do a freehand, which is going to help you draw around the image to get as precise as you like. And I'm going to use the freehand option for this one. And then once you have everything circled that you want, you're going to hit done. And now you have the camera there. Another thing that you can actually do is you save it to your photos. I'll split the screen with my photos, pull up the one that I just took, and I'm going to long hold on the camera. Now you see that it highlighted it. Now I'm going to scroll over. Only the camera comes onto this. So it's up to you. I like the crop tool just because I don't want to save a bunch of random photos most of the time, but you can. I want to kind of look up gaming setup. Jordan is a gamer, so editing stuff. I'm gonna grab gaming image. I think that's cute. I don't know if it's her vibe, but I think that's cute. Now I want this to act as more of a background. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to select arrange again, and I'm going to send that to the back. So now it's on in back of everything. I'm going to lose my lasso tool to kind of bring things down. And you can, again, just get as creative and stuff as you like. I think I'm going to go ahead to my shapes tool. I'm going to make that red. I'm going to maybe draw a shape like this to add some color. And when you want to adjust it, you're going to just tap on the shape until the little blue dots come up, and you can adjust it where you need to be. You can do a bunch of different things. I really just wanted to keep things simple because I don't want this video to be so long where I create a crazy spread. There will be videos like this where I go through a spread from start to finish, so you can see how I create my actual reading journal spreads. So let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe. Okay, bye.